Good morning, traders. In this video, I am covering a recent options trade that's been closed out now in Fortive Corporation. So here at Parallax, we are true multi-asset class traders. And what that means is that our trading plan is equally applicable and usable on stocks, equities, as it is on commodity futures or cryptocurrency or even foreign exchange. The advantage to being able to trade all these different asset classes is that you are always going to have opportunity at your fingertips. It's just a matter of following the volatility in the market and chasing it around so that you're ending up in a position which has a lot of juice. Now, that's not to say that you can't build a fairly neutral option strategy or options portfolio. You know, there's ways to do that, but personally, speaking for myself here at Parallax as one of the coaches, my personal trading plan leans more towards high volatility situations, and that's exactly what we saw here in Fortive Corporation. So this was the trade. It was a 75-80 bull call spread. It's a net debit on the trade, right? So I am playing a directional, I'm looking to play directional bullish upside here. And at the time that I was looking to, looking to get into this trade, I was, if we roll back the tape, this was kind of what I was looking at here in the chart. So I was tracking at the time what looked to be a fairly impulsive advance. And there's more than one way to count this advance here. All right. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. If you have a different count, that's perfectly all right. Now, here's the thing. The price action that I was primarily focused on at the time was this corrective sequence here. And you can see that we've got two sets of trend lines. The trend lines are not what's important. They're just there to visually outline the structure that I'm looking to trade. Okay. I like to see corrective price action contained between either parallel trend lines or trend lines that are sloping in towards one another. Okay. That is a very important guideline as part of our Parallax trading philosophy. So what I'm looking at here is, and again, I think there's more than one way that you could potentially count this corrective sequence. But at the time, my interpretation of it was looking at this as a WXY, a double three, so a slightly more complex corrective sequence than our standard ABC labeling, all right? But just because there are more subwaves involved here doesn't change the outcome that we're expecting, which is a strong bullish push to the upside. So what I'm looking for then is a break above this B wave high, which is one of our classic entry models here at Parallax. For the tape a little bit, you can see we got that breakout. Okay, now I didn't get the best fill on all my contracts, but it wasn't a terrible price. I think if this options market for this particular stock was a little bit more liquid, I probably could have gotten a better price, but the next step now is management and looking at what kind of return, what kind of price target we can expect. So one of the most obvious ways to calculate a target is to simply look for a measured move. So in this case, if I draw a straight line from the beginning of this rally to the end of the rally, and then I take that same line and I just put it to the end of the corrective sequence, that gives me a measured move. So in other words, I'm looking for about an $11 move in the stock, but I'm also mindful that there is overhead resistance here. Okay, so on top of the wave count, we're looking at some fairly classic principles as it relates to technical analysis. Doesn't mean that we're not going to break through that resistance. I'm just mindful that that resistance is indeed there. I'm also looking for a completed 5-wave advance. As soon as I get a completed 5-wave advance, that might be a good idea to sell back some of the position, take profits entirely, or what have you. So as we're rolling forwards the tape, we can see here we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, this could be a 4, and we're looking for a 5. All right, at this point, the trade's in great shape. I don't want to be too greedy. I don't want to overstay my welcome. And as soon as we get that new high, that's a great exit point. And whether you want to take full profits or partial profits isn't all that important. What's important is having a plan, building out the trading idea on paper, executing the position, and then managing that trade to its end. And there you go. That's the recipe for another successful trade. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye for now.